Hi, I'm Konstantin Baum, Master of Wine. It seems like everyone has an opinion on this topic, but I want to find out whether I can actually spot the difference between wine aged in small bottles and wine aged in big bottles. So I'm going to taste the exact same wine stored in the same location for 12 years out of 4 different bottle sizes: the half bottle, the standard bottle, the magnum bottle, and the double magnum bottle, to find out whether they have developed differently. Let's go. It ain't about the size of the boat, it's about the motion in the ocean. At least that's what some people would say. When it comes to wine bottles, most experts agree that bigger is better, but is this actually based on any evidence? In the past, wine bottles came in all shapes and sizes, but today the volume of the bottle is standardized in most countries. The standard bottle is 75 centiliters, and most larger bottles are multiples of that standard bottle, and the half bottle is, well, half its size. There are many official reasons why the standard bottle is 75 centiliters. Some say it has been determined by the size of the glassblower's lungs. Others say it's the amount of wine that can be consumed by one person in one sitting. No one really knows. The Oxford Companion to Wine states that half bottles usually contain 37.5 centiliters and are believed to hasten wine aging, partly because they contain more oxygen per centiliter of wine, since the bottleneck and ullage are the same as for a full bottle. Ullage refers to the headspace between wine and cork in a bottle. Over time, the ullage increases as more and more wine is sucked into the cork and then evaporates, and this can accelerate oxidation. Some sources imply that the ullage is filled with air or oxygen, and that is generally not true. Most modern bottling lines purge the bottle with inert gas before and after bottling in order to reduce the risk of oxidation. The main reasons why wine ages slower in larger bottles is that the ratio between the cork size, the ullage space, the surface area of the wine, and the volume of the wine in the bottle is more favorable the larger the bottle gets. On top of that, large bottles usually heat up and cool down more slowly, and light can't penetrate as easily, and they therefore provide a more safe and consistent environment for storing wine. But that's all theory. Now let's put it to practice. I have a double magnum, a magnum, a standard bottle, and a half bottle of the 2011 Guado al Tasso Bolgheri Superiore from Antinori. All the bottles came straight from Antinori. They were stored in the same location, and they were shipped at the same time in moderate temperature conditions. The wine is a blend of 57% Cabernet Sauvignon, 25% Merlot, 15% Cabernet Franc, and 3% Petit Verdot. It comes from the Bolgheri region at the Tuscan coast, and it's apparently very age-worthy, and it received 95 points from robertparker.com. According to robertparker.com, its drinking window should be between 2016 and 2035, so we are roughly in the middle of it right now. We're going to approach this tasting in a similar fashion as my champagne bottle size test. I'm going to open them all, pour them into 4 identical glasses, and use my randomizer to mix them all up. It will be my job to identify the bottle sizes and rank them by quality. Got it? Let's go. I prepared some stickers that I will put at the bottom of the glass. You can see through them, and I will be able to tell which glass is which. So I'm going to start off with the 2011 Guado al Tasso from the small bottle, from the half bottle, just to kind of get ready for the big guys. I actually like half bottles, but I don't have many in my cellar because they are not always available. But this is a very nice format, I think, because you can just open one on your own on an evening, and you won't be drunk after you finish the bottle. And they are also really cute. There we go. A cute little blob. So I'm pouring the half bottle into this glass, marked with an H. I'm just giving it a little rinse. Next up, the standard bottle. You know, one of the reasons why wineries make more of these bottle sizes than the small ones is it's really the same amount of work almost to sell one of these as to sell one of the half bottles, but you obviously get less money for that. So it's easier. I can understand that. And also, wine is supposed to be shared, so this is a format that you can actually share with your friends. If you have a big family or more friends over, it's actually nice to open a larger format. And this is actually what you're getting. It's not just the wine, you also get this nice wooden box. It's wrapped in paper, so it looks pretty pretty awesome. And it also feels pretty awesome. Holding one of those big bottles is just always nice. And that smell. You know, some people are into new car aroma, I'm into new wooden box aroma. Is that weird? Probably. Again, the Christmas experience. Ta-da! So I better not mess up opening this bottle or the next. And now let's make some room for the big guy. Well, this is the same packaging as for the Magnum, just that the bottle looks even cooler. So in this bottle are 4 of these bottles or 8 of these bottles. So it's quite a lot of wine, but it's for science sake. So this looks so beautiful. Check it out. It's huge. It also has a different shape. You see, it doesn't have the same shoulders that the other bottles have. It's more rounded. I don't know whether that is because of the size of the bottle or because they just used a slightly different format for this wine, but it looks pretty sturdy. It has this Mike Tyson neck, you know, where the shoulders melt right into the head. Ooh, yeah. I don't do this every day, so I'm enjoying this. So the corks for the half bottle, the standard bottle and the Magnum bottle look very similar. They have the same lot number, so I'm guessing they are the same size. This is a different size of cork. If you would put one of these corks in there, it would just fall right into the wine, or the wine would come out either way. So I'm hoping that my trusted corkscrew can do the job. Let's see. Yes. Smooth. So this is definitely a big cork. Like in comparison, you can see this is from the Magnum bottle. It's quite a bit bigger. All right, let's get tasting. So I'm just going to shuffle them up a little bit to, well, make sure that I don't really know which one is which anymore. And now my randomizer is really going to mix them up, so let's go. All right. Let's taste. After smelling them all, I gotta say they smell slightly different, but would I be able to say one smells younger and the other one smells older? Not really. This is a very serious wine though. It smells spicy, intense. There's blackberry flavor, some elderberries, some cassis, a little bit of bell pepper spice, quite a bit of oak as well, which is nicely integrated, but you can still sense it. It's a very complex, very exciting wine. So only smelling it, I would actually put them in this order. This or these two really are for me the best. This is very close, but I think this is the least fresh and expressive right now. Does it mean that it's from the small or the big bottle? I can't really say. By the way, color-wise, they are very similar. There's not a lot of differences. I would say this is a little bit more purple and the other ones have a little bit more brownish hues to them. It's not obvious, but there's a slight difference, I think. On the palate, the wine is rich and concentrated. The tannins are grippy and intense. It is round and velvety as well. It still feels fairly young, and this is definitely a pretty high-end wine. I would rate this 94 points. It's delicious. But now the question is, which glass is better? Which format is better for me? And I'm not sure yet. This tasting has the potential to break me. This is really difficult. I mean, these wines were in bottle for 10 years. And if there are any differences, they are very, very small. So it's not really easy to build up a hierarchy here. All right, I could keep on tasting, but I don't think it's going to help. For me, the wines are very similar. These 4 glasses are basically identical. I think these two are the closest together and they show really nice. They are open, they are ripe, they're clean, they're precise. And these two are slightly different. This one is very close to the other two. but it feels a touch different. This one feels a little bit more backward. And I don't know whether that's because it's from the big bottle and it aged more slowly, or whether it's from the half bottle and is, well, more ripe or older in taste. So yeah, so I'm just going to say this is the half bottle, this is the double magnum, and these are either the magnum or the standard bottle. I don't know. So let's reveal. Like I said, I think these wines are basically identical. There's just tiny differences. So I said this is the half bottle and it's the double magnum. Damn. I was kind of on the fence here. I just felt like this developed differently. But yeah, close or not close at all, depending on how you want to look at it. So I said this is the double magnum, which isn't true. So maybe this is the half bottle then. It's the half bottle. Interesting. So these two wines, the extreme bottle sizes, showed differences. But it wasn't, I mean, to me at least, it wasn't quite clear whether they are better or worse. So I said these two could be either or, magnum or standard, so we can just reveal it. This was the magnum bottle and this was the standard bottle. So the standard was actually pretty perfect for me. The magnum showed very similar and these two showed slightly differently, but not worse. I actually think if we would have waited another 10 years with the same wines, the differences would have been more pronounced. And I'm guessing that the double magnum would have showed better in those circumstances. But after roughly 10, 12 years of aging, the differences are very, very small. And it's not actually clear whether the double magnum is showing better than the other ones. I would argue magnum and standard bottle showed better than half bottle and double magnum. Okay, sometimes when we go down one of those rabbit holes, the answer that we come up with isn't necessarily simple. It's complicated, and that's kind of the story of wine. It tends to be a little bit complicated. So saying small is worse than big is not necessarily the case. It really depends on where you grab the wine on its drinking window. If it is young, a big bottle might actually be not as good as a magnum bottle or a standard bottle. And if it's old, a small bottle or a standard bottle might actually be not as delicious as a magnum or a double magnum. So bigger is not always better. It depends. That's the answer. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please like it down here. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. My question of the day is, what is your preferred bottle size? Do you believe in bigger is better or not? Let me know down below in the comments. I hope I see you guys again soon. Until then, what the hell am I supposed to do with all that wine? But well, I'll find some friends and family to help me here. All right. Bye.